Mary was likely born between 30 to 20 BCE. She grew up around Nazareth, about 10 miles, 16 kilometers, west of the Sea of Galilee. Her parents were Joachim and Hannah, and she had 2 sisters and 2 brothers. She was a descendant of a long line of remarkable women, including Eve and Ruth. Her ancestry is characterized by the predominance of strong but average individuals. In culture and belief, Mary was a Jew, but in heredity, her lineage was Syrian, Hittite, Phoenician, Greek, and Egyptian. Mary was a brown-eyed, nearly blonde woman. Her family was well-educated, and she was far better educated than most women of her day. Mary developed a talent for planning and the ability to adapt and execute her plans. She was an expert weaver and skilled in most of the household arts of her day. She grew to be a good housekeeper and a superior homemaker. She was usually a cheerful person with a sunny disposition. She freely and frequently indulged in emotional expression. Mary married a craftsman named Joseph, a man from a good family. Not long after they were wed, in November of 8th BCE, Mary was visited by a celestial being named Gabriel, who announced she was to become the mother of a child of promise. This announcement came as a shock, and she said nothing to anyone for many weeks. When she knew without a doubt that she was pregnant, she told Joseph. But Joseph was skeptical until he had a dream that coincided with Gabriel's announcement. Soon, Mary and Joseph came to believe they were to be the parents of an expected one, a Messiah who had long been foretold by Jewish prophets. 9 months after Gabriel's visit, Joshua, Jesus, was born, on August 21st, 7 BCE. On April 2nd of 3rd BCE, she gave birth to a second son, James. The first girl, Miriam, came on July 11th of 2 BCE. On March 16th of 1 CE, another boy was born and named after his father, Joseph. Jesus' third brother, Simon, arrived on April 14th of 2nd CE. On Thursday, September 13th 3E, the second girl, Martha, was born. On June 24th, Mary gave birth to another boy, Jude. On Sunday night, January 9th of 7, Amos arrived. The last child, Jesus' baby sister Ruth, came on April 17th of 9 CE. Mary became a loving mother to all 9 of her children, and also a fairly strict disciplinarian. All went well with Mary's family for 15 years. There were no deaths or serious injuries, and they prospered as her husband Joseph was a skilled workman and good provider. But tragedy struck on September 25th, 8 CE, when he was killed in a construction accident. 14-year-old Jesus then assumed Joseph's role and duties as head of the family and remained at the home helping Mary raise his 8 siblings until he was 27 years old. Amos, the youngest in the family, died of a fever in 12 CE. Because Mary stubbornly held on to her belief that Jesus was to become a political ruler, a king to sit on David's throne, their relationship was often strained. Mary had difficulty understanding her son and his mission, both before and after he left home, but she was always buoyed by the memory of Gabriel's announcement. At age 27, Jesus turned over the responsibility as the family head to James and began his mission to proclaim truth. Between his many journeys, Jesus visited his family only occasionally. Because of his infrequent visits, distance grew between himself and Mary. This distance may have been intentional on the part of Jesus, since Mary, nor any of his other family members, suffered as he did at the end of his life, accused, tried, and killed by the religious authorities who feared him and rejected the truths he proclaimed. Mary came to him just before he perished on the cross, and that was their last contact in the flesh. After his death, the resurrected Jesus appeared to Mary and his siblings on April 9th, 30 CE. Mary lived the remainder of her natural life in the home of John Zebedee and died less than a year